Do you have any more questions that because those common questions you want to answer, you want to try to answer as many as possible to get it kind of out of the way. So if you have any others that you think need to be answered, this is your opportunity.
Yeah, people ask a lot about, just because I have the macro guide out there. People ask about it a lot. Um, Essentially, what it is. So if I didn't explain it well before, it is foundational nutrition knowledge. So explaining what macronutrients are, why they are important, and how to apply them and where to start. So that's basically what it is, and why it's important to understand that as it pertains to not just your aesthetics, like the way you look, but the way you feel, the way you perform, the way to be healthy for the rest of your life. So people ask about the macro guide and like, should they should they do it or should they look into it? And I wouldn't have made it if I didn't think that, because again, I don't know that you necessarily need to track your macros for the rest of your life, and I don't think that that is my message. Because like I said, I kind of try to eat a little more intuitively, but it's because I have that foundational knowledge and I just applied it for a long time that now it's just like kind of second nature. Like I know how many carbs are in, 100 grams of a banana, and I know like why that's important to me, because if I want to perform well on something, then maybe I need the sugars from the banana and I need to know how many sugars I want to fuel that performance, those sorts of things.
Right.
um, and it just comes with doing it over time. You don't need to obsessively like carry around your food scale all the
Mm-hmm.
time. It's like, if your goal is to get 4 ounces of protein at every meal or whatever the case may be, like you should know what 4 ounces looks like. So that comes from tracking for 30 days or 60
Right.
days or whatever that, you know what I'm saying?
And that will leave you with habits that you don't need to pack all that stuff around, but just how you maneuver in the world, you'll be able to identify, oh, that's how much this is, that's how much this is, that's what that means to me, and that's what that means to me.
Yeah, exactly. And like what it inherently does for you. So like if you're tracking macros and you realize that this amount of fat per day like causes me digestive issues, like you start to pay attention to stuff like
Right.
that because you're looking at it and you're collecting that data. It's just another way of data collection. And so that like, hey, maybe I do a little bit better with a little bit lower fat and a little more carbs in my diet and those sorts of things. And you learn that from tracking um, for a certain amount of time, and that's dependent upon the person.